Alright, so I'm doing a VR for Pennsylvania Shane. Alright, buddy. This is great. I'm glad I could do this for you. And I mean, this is something that I think I started, I subbed you back right at pretty close to when you started your channel, or somewhere about there. You didn't have very many subscribers, so this is pretty cool. So I got to watch your channel grow. It's a beautiful day in the Green Mountain State right now. I think it's probably around 78 degrees. I'm actually in shorts and I'm just enjoying the beautiful weather. I woke up this morning and I was planning on doing a hike or getting out and do something, and I ended up sitting in my chair, and then I ended up saying, well, if I'm going to sit in my chair, I might as well be sitting on my rider lawnmower. So I did my lawn, and I went back to my chair, and I said, well, you know, I think we'll get this VR going out to you. So you wanted to see our favorite knot. Well, I can't say I have a favorite knot, but I do have a favorite hitch that I use. I use a trucker's hitch. So I'm going to show you how to do a trucker's hitch, and then we'll come back and we'll have a little bit more of a chat on YouTube and what brought me to YouTube, and you know, a little bit maybe about the community and anything else that comes to mind. So let's get set up and we'll do the trucker's hitch, and then we'll come back. So stay with me. Okay, Daryl from 39 Camper was right. It's not as easy as it is to show people how to do knots. So I'm going to try to get in between these two canoes and show you how to do a knot before I do my trucker's hitch, so I have something that my line secured to. So I'm securing it to this canoe rack, which is usually in my back, that I had in the back of my pickup, but it's not anymore. I'm just going to do a quick anchor knot, and I'm going to bring this rope around once, and then I'm going to come around this end and then underneath my loops like that, and there's a quick anchor knot. So we can get going on our trucker's hitch, which is mainly what I want to show you. So I just did a quick anchor knot to secure my rope to this beam on the canoe rack. And then I'm bringing my rope over the top of this canoe. All right, so we're gonna get going on the truck. All right, so I have my one end secured, and I'm gonna bring it around, and I'm bringing it all the way down to the bottom of the rack, and I have my free end in my hand right here. So now I'm gonna set this tripod back down. We'll try to get this all in the frame, and I'm gonna come up through, and I'm gonna make a loop, and then I'm gonna bring my other end of my loop in like that. So I have one taut loop, and my free end I'm going to run through this loop here, and that allows me to pull down. And I don't know if I'm getting that all. It allows me to pull down, and I can pull this down quite hard, and then I'm going to use a couple half hitches to secure it with. So I have my tripod in my one hand and the other end of the rope in the other. So I'm gonna try to finagle this around so you can see the whole thing. So I pull this down while I'm doing that, and I can either make it into like one solid loop like that with one hitch, and I come through, and I could use a double hitch like that, and now my canoe is strapped down to the rack, and I can go along and release this very simply by just pulling on that, and now it's all back, and it all comes right back apart very simply, just like that. So I come up through, like that. I take the loose end of my cord through that loop like this, and you can make it smaller if you like, just like that. It takes a little bit of finesse, and then I run my loose end of my cord through that loop, and it allows me to pull it down, and I can pull it down really tight. I mean real tight. And you can use this for tarps. You can buckle this canoe right down to on a plane if you want to. So if you were doing a fly-in, you could. I got my loop around for my hitch. Up. There's one hitch. And I can pull this through a little bit more. And there's another double hitch right there. And that one's really tight. That's not going anyplace. So there you have it. There's a trucker's hitch. And I used it to strap this canoe right down to this rack. Now if I really wanted to, so it didn't play more, I should have went around this beam right here, because it would have allowed not to have as much play, but it was easy for me to demonstrate just by using it on the lower bar of the rack. So I hope I showed you something. If not, it was I would say it's my favorite of items for working with rope. I use this one for all the time, with my tarp setups and strapping my canoes down to things. It's just one of those things that you probably would really enjoy knowing, and I hope you probably already know it, but if you don't, I'm glad that I was able to show you. Alright Shane, so I'm back in my chair and we're gonna have a chat about what brought me to YouTube. And I've been in YouTube for about 3 years now, but my channel hasn't really been that active until the past few months. Now I started out, when I first started out with YouTube, I went along and I was just exploring things out from like more of a local viewpoint. I wanted to see information regarding my local area and seeing what was out there, and then I wanted to be able to make some uploads of some of the things that I was doing in my area for maybe more of a informational purposes, as far as like different rivers and the nomenclature of them. And I kind of started right there, and then later on I had a little bit of vintage snowmobile racing thrown into my channel as well. That was something I was doing in the winter time, and I did that for fun. And snowmobile racing is just like any other racing. It's competitive, and I'm not an ultra competitive person, so it was fun to do, and I'm glad I did it. But it's not really totally me. It was just one of those things that I did it and had fun doing it, and I enjoy the old sleds. Racing, yeah, it's fun, but it gets a little bit too competitive. So then I would say in the past couple months is when my channel actually started to pick up, because I started doing something with it. Probably right around the same time that your channel you started doing stuff with your channel, so it's kind of a coincidence. So it's like almost a fresh start for me. And so from there I actually was watching like Jason the Outdoor Wanderer, and his channel led me to like Shane Coffey's channel, and then it led me to Piper Outdoors, and then it just blew out. It was like all over the place. I started getting into the bushcraft community, and what a community it is. I don't think that there's any other communities out there like this community. I don't know for sure, but it's incredible the people that you meet. And Scouting Free, his VR to you, I mean, you couldn't explain it any better than that. Just absolutely incredible. So congratulations with your 100 subs, and you're well over that now, and I'm looking forward to seeing more uploads and being more active as well. It is a very time-consuming thing for me to do for my channel. You know, I'm thinking of more things to talk about right now. I don't write things down on a piece of paper. I just kind of go with the flow with my videos. So, and then I might go through and edit them later on, so people, because I might say something that's kind of like foolish, or do something that's just like totally wasting people's time. So I'm gonna jump back a little bit. What also brought me into the YouTube is I worked nights, and I have a family, and I don't have a lot of time for, I'm not going to say I don't have friends. I have friends, but I'm not really active doing stuff because of my job and the hours that I do. I come home, I do my housework, I do this and that. It's like a treadmill, and then I hop on to YouTube and I check out stuff, but it's not like I hang out with people and do things. So this is kind of like opened up the door for me to have more friendships with people, and from my house, and be able to share things with people from my house or from out in the field that I wouldn't be able to do that otherwise. So this has been like great for me, and I've met a lot of great people. So anyways, I'm hoping that we can continue to share our videos, and you know, I could meet, we could actually continue and have a YouTube friendship, this and that. It's been great. I really appreciate your support on my videos, and keep up the good work. I'm looking forward to, I'm hoping that, anyways, I'm running out of stuff to say. So there's a butterfly. Yep, there he is. Okay, get back here on the subject. I'm gonna restart this video. So I just wanted to say thank you, Shane. Keep up the good work, and great job with your channel. And I'm gonna get this right. Rock on, man.